I often wonder what I will do when I see Jesus, either when I meet him on a cloud in the air or when I close my eyes in death and wake up in his presence in heaven. How will I behave? What will I do? I kind of doubt that I will greet him with high fives. I don't believe we'll be swapping jokes together. I imagine it's more likely that I'll just dissolve in a puddle at his feet. How do we keep from being vaporized unless he shields us from the intensity of his own majesty when we see him? Isaiah was given a glimpse of standing in the presence of God in Isaiah chapter 6. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting on a throne, lofty and exalted, with the train of his robe filling the temple. Seraphim stood above him, each having 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one called out to another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the foundations of the thresholds trembled at the voice of him who called out, while the temple was filling with smoke. And then I said, Woe is me, for I am ruined, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I live among a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Isaiah realizes that he's in the wrong place. He doesn't belong there. Nothing is there to preserve him, to keep him alive. He deserves to be vaporized. And then one of the seraphim flew to me with a burning coal in his hand, which he had taken from the altar with tongs. And he touched my mouth with it and said, Behold, this has touched your lips, and your iniquity is taken away, and your sin is forgiven. The altar, you remember, is a picture of the cross of Christ. And it is the fire of the cross that purifies us, that enables us to stand in his presence whenever that day comes. I turn over to chapter 54 and verse 10, and I read, The mountains may be removed and the hills may shake, but my loving kindness will not be removed from you, and my covenant of peace will not be shaken, says the Lord of hosts, who has compassion on you. My loving kindness will not be removed from you. Let me offer this to you today for you to think about during the day. Think about this, that it is the flame of his love that preserves us from the fire of his holiness. It is the flame of his love that preserves us from the fire of his holiness. Think about that today.